What is up, everyone? Today I want to showcase a team built around Escavelier. I've always found Escavelier very interesting. It has some pretty good matchups in the meta and can function as a nice core breaker to teams like Nidoqueen Double Dark, Nidoqueen Walrein core, Nidoqueen Lickitung core. Besides that, it is very well against Alola Ninetales, most steel types, and most grass types, not Trevenant as well. However, it has a pretty awkward typing and it's pretty squishy, so I found it very hard to build a team around. I could never really make it work. But then I saw a very good player by the name of Wanko Wanyo run this team with Escavelier in a tournament, and he was winning a lot of games with it, so I decided to try it out in GBL 2. And today's video, we're gonna see if it worked out in his first game. Yeah, we faced a pretty bad team. There was a Kanto Ninetales in the lead, which means I had to stay in with Sableye, and then the Trevenant in the back just sweeps the team. The idea with this team is that it's sort of ABB. If you don't face a Trevenant in the lead, you want to switch in Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini can actually win the Zero Shield matchup there, so it's not too bad, but it's lured out. They probably shield the Moonblast anyway, but then you take care of the Trevenant with Sableye, and once the Trevenant is gone, honestly, Escav is probably quite well against the rest. That didn't work out this game though, since I couldn't take my Sableye, but let's see how we do in the next ones. Next match, we see a Galarian Stunfisk lead. I'm instant switching here again. There could be a Trevenant in the back with Galarian Stunfisk, so I want to lure it out potentially. Besides that, I really want my Escavelier on this Galarian Stunfisk. This is quite obviously an Earthquake, so I'm going to shoot it up. And in comes the Trevenant as predicted. I'm honestly surprised they didn't come in with that earlier, but this is fine. I've now also chipped the Galarian Stunfisk a bunch, which is pretty good. Look at how much damage that Moonblast did. It's quite a bit. This Seed Bomb won't take me out. It's even a Shadow Ball, which does do more. Actually, that will knock me out. Shadow Ball does do slightly more than Seed Bomb there, so it's a smart play by my opponent. Now they're gonna bring in the Alola Ninetales versus my Sableye, which is not great. I just want to get some chip damage off here. And then hopefully farm everything down with Escavelier. Escavelier actually does beat Alola Ninetales and Galarian Stunfisk, so we have a good core break here. But Escavelier is super squishy. I will take this move, but as you can see, one more charm and I'm already in the yellow. I'm gonna hope I can farm this down before the next one, but I cannot, so I have to use a shield here. But I do have two moves stored up for the Galarian Stunfisk now. If I can fire them both and maybe even get them to throw their energy, I might be in a decent spot. There is one Juron coming through. We're gonna fire another one. And then I really gotta hope I get to the next, but it's not looking like it. They can probably farm me down and then throw a move on my Sableye, but they can actually decide to throw a move on my Escavalier, which definitely gives me a win condition here. If I reach the foul play, I do have some energy, but they get there one before. Very close match there. GG. Frostlass lead is very good for me. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk. I will bring out the Escavalier. Now this is a decent matchup. It's a decent matchup. But an Earthquake basically knocks me out, and Juron wouldn't knock him out from there. That's why I didn't throw it. So I shield up, and now I go for the Juron. Unfortunately, I shield a bait, which means if they shield this, they're gonna reach the Earthquake too, which, well, definitely isn't ideal. Yeah, this could be the Earthquake. Actually, I let it go, right? Yeah, I let it go. Because even if it was the Earthquake, it would have been fine with me. I would have just farmed down with Tapu Fini. I just let that move go. Go for another Juron. They actually shielded up this time. And then they go for another move right here, which at this point, honestly, I'll just take the shield advantage on my Sableye and Tapu Fini. Go into my Sableye, try to farm down this Fisk. This is just a Rock Slide, which I can easily tank. And then Sableye with energy is, of course, super strong. Yeah, I don't really need switch there because Fini also is good against Frostlass. Obsidian comes out here and, well, this is just gonna take a ton of damage from a return, and after this, I'll just come in with my Tapu Fini, and yeah, this Frostlass really has nowhere to go, so my opponent concedes the match. GG. Deoxys lead is extremely solid for Sableye. They bring in Walrein. This is exactly where I wanna see it. Escavalier is one of the best Walrein answers. I was waiting for them to get to Earthquake before throwing my Juron, but they only threw 8 Powder Snow, so I knew that couldn't be Earthquake. So I no-shielded. Still was a ton of damage, to be honest, for a resisted move, but that's alright. I get some energy still on my Escavelier, which means I will be able to fire off this Mega Horn versus the Deoxys defense. So we do a ton of damage, so we're likely gonna see a shield here. We do, and they get a bunch of energy on their Deoxys. Kind of worrying if they have, like, I don't know, Tapu Fini answer in the back now, since I will take some damage on my Sableye because of those Thunderbolts, but luckily it is just a Galarian Stunfisk and my Tapu Fini can take good care of this. They're gonna go for a Rock Slide here. Pretty obvious, so I let it go, and they know it's over, so they concede the match. GG. Alright, Diggersby into my Sableye. This is not too good. I go into my Tapu Fini, and in comes a Nidoqueen, which is pretty insane combination, considering both Diggersby and Nidoqueen lose very hard to Swampert, but, you know, definitely counters my line, so not too good. Nice thing about Tapu Fini is that I am able to get to the Surf there, which will take a shield off of this Nidoqueen. They go for a move kinda quickly, so I know it can't be Nerf power. I let it go, just a Poison Fang doesn't do that much. And then we're gonna go for the Foul Play right before, or actually at the exact same time as they get to the next one. But Sableye has higher attack than Nidoqueen, so I win the CMP tie. And now I'm just gonna instant switch into Escavelier. In comes a Medicham now though, and this is not looking too good. A Mega Horn doesn't kill Medicham, and they're actually running Power Up Punch. So honestly, I know this game is over, and I just concede to make it a little quicker. GG. Alright, my Sableye into the Kanto Ninetales. This time it's running Ember though. And this is where Ember kinda shines actually. We saw in the first game, I was able to get to two foul plays with my Sableye versus the Kanto Ninetales. But you're gonna see versus Ember, that is not gonna be possible. They get off the Weather Ball here, and I'm hoping I get there. But I don't. I don't get there, and I go down. This gives me a good opportunity to bring in Tapu Fini though. In comes a Sableye, and I'm hoping I have pace to return there, but it gets some stutter, and I can't really track energy anymore, and, well, we end up seeing be tying, which really, really sucks. Like, I would have loved to just over-farm there a little bit, but because of that stutter, I really couldn't keep track of where they were anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. Have you guys been noticing that as well, where your game will just stutter a bunch? I think everyone has that at the moment. It's very, very unfortunate. But again, we see the Trevenant in the back, and yeah, that's just over. That Kanto Ninetales lead Trevenant backline is just very tough to deal with for this squad, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, we see a Sneasler in the lead here, which is just super, super interesting. First time I'm seeing that. Gonna no-shield this move. Just gonna be an X-Scissor, which won't do that much. Though, actually, this does do more than I thought it would. This Foul Play would basically destroy the Sneasler. It's so incredibly squishy, so we are gonna see a shield right here. And then I'm gonna try to catch the next on my Tapu Fini, but unfortunately it does not work out, and I overload on a bunch of energy. In comes the wall right now into my Fini. This is not amazing, but I can at least hit this thing with a Moonblast, which will do quite a lot of damage, as you can see here. I expect them to just straight Earthquake, so I shield it up, but I get baited with the Icicle Spear. Then I'm hoping I can just farm this down and survive this Earthquake, but, well, I overestimate Tapu Fini's bulk, and I can definitely not farm this down, so I go for the Surf here to take out the Walrein. This is just very bad play by me at this point, honestly, mainly just not really knowing the matchup that well. Is what the problem was there. I really should just throw my my Surf before. Oh my god, what a catch, by the way. This is the Earthquake. The Earthquake. I need to catch that because I didn't want to shield, since I know the Sneasler has energy too, which comes in now. If they close combat here, I win the game because the counter went through, so I shielded up. It's an X-Scissor, and yeah, now they get the close combat, then I lose. So yeah, I could have definitely won that if I didn't make that misplay in the middle of the game, if I would have been more aware of the Tapu Fini Walrein matchup, but I didn't, so I lost. It is what it is. GG. Alright, Sableye into Nidoqueen. I actually really don't like being in this matchup as Sableye anymore, because the Nidoqueens, what they just end up doing is going to 8, taking the Foul Play or shielding the Foul Play, and then going for a Poison Fang bait, and it's like 50-50. If I take the Earth Power here, I just lose. Well, they can just take me out, and if I shield and they Poison Fang, I'm also screwed. So actually this time I end up no shielding, and, well, they can just shield up now, and farm down my Sableye, win switch advantage, which just isn't too great. But they actually shield up, which is also good for me, because now I'm at a shield advantage with Escavelier. I'm hoping this is like double dark, which will be very good for me. I farm down in exactly 5 counters, which just gives me a bunch of energy, and in comes the Medicham. With this energy lead, I'm not too worried about this, since this will do a ton of damage if they no shield. They actually shielded up though. And in comes a Licky Tongue. Not too great for my Tapu Fini, but I am 2 shields up, so I might be able to just Moonblast this, double shield, farm down. That's the idea at this point, so I can Moonblast the Medicham as well. Yeah, that did a ton of damage actually, and now I'm gonna shield this up. It's probably just a Body Slam, but I'm very fine with shielding that. It's just the safest play to go for there, since I'm pretty sure they won't reach double Body Slam plus Power Whip anyway. That's just too much damage. At most, they're gonna reach another Body Slam here, so I just go for the full farm down. We get it, and then we can throw the Moonblast at this Medicham, and this might not take it out, but at the very least, it will become very, very close. Yeah, we can just counter down now. GG. Skarmory is a pretty even lead here. Generally, Sableye does have the advantage here, though, just because you outpace to these moves, and honestly, Sky Attack and Air Slash just aren't the best moves, and Shadow Call, Foul Play definitely are pretty good moves. But Skarmory is a bit more tanky, so it definitely gives Sableye a bit of trouble. We're going to shield up this first move, then just going to go for another Foul Play. Well, if they didn't switch out, that is, they switched out, so I saved that Foul Play. Go to my Tapu Fini. Azumarill generally isn't the worst to handle with this team, unless it has a shield advantage, like it has now. That could be kind of rough. So I should go for the Surf, because I think if I go for the Surf, I will reach the Moonblast before I play rough, and they likely shield this, but they don't end up shielding it, and I don't even get to the... Actually, I will reach the Moonblast. I think I survived this. I think I better survive this. I do better survive this, reach the Moonblast. Really hoping they no shield this, but yeah, I mean, they have no reason not to, right? Yeah, at this point, they have no reason not to shield. So they're shielded up. I bring in Sable. Over farm, because this can't be a play rough. There's just an Ice Beam. They did not do enough bubbles for another play rough, so I let it go, and now I over farm a little bit more, go for the return to take out this buddy, and now I hope that whatever is in the back is something that Escavelier can deal with. What do they bring in? Probably bring in a Skarmory once again, right? They do. So over farm just a tad, go for the Foul Play, and I'm basically gonna instant switch into Escavelier after this, right? This is my Sableye solo, and I bring in a Swampert. This is not good. Swampert highly outpaces my Escavalier, and I don't even know if I survive a Hydro. So I just let the first one go. Hope I still reach the move, which I do. Go for the Mega Horn. Unnecessary during kills, but I don't get to a second anyway, so I might as well go for the big move. They farm me down, and now I really hope I can get to another Foul Play before the Swampert gets to another Hydro. If I can, I will win, because this will definitely feign him, but we CMP tie, they win the CMP, and this is over. Maybe I should have thrown the Foul Play before switching out my Sableye there, but the thing is, if I did, I think they would have gotten enough energy on this Swampert to where they could have Hydro baited and then Earthquake my Escavalier, which would have taken me out too. So at that point, it was also just 50-50, but it would have been, I think, a bit of a better play. Anyway, that was the final battle. As you can see, we didn't do too good with this team. I think I got a little bit unlucky with the lineups. We saw so many Trevenants in the back where I just couldn't save the Sableye. And then I also saw 0 Registeels, which is just dumb, since that's kind of why I'm running Escavalier. So that was a bit unfortunate, and also some misplays by me as well. So I think I might just give this line another go, because I do think it has some potential. Anyway, thank you all for checking out the video. See you guys in the next one. Good luck, your battle trainers.